Hi, I'm Mike and welcome to Movie Chats. Today, I'm here to review for you Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So overall, what did I think of the film? Well, actually, I thought it was really good. No, it's not by far the best MCU movie ever made, but let's face it, Marvel sort of peaked after Infinity War. You know, everything that came sort of before that was just so good. Obviously, the couple of films like Thor Dark World didn't quite hit the mark. However, I certainly would say that it's the MCU sort of getting its act together with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Hopefully, we'll continue this run and not have the disasters that have been Thor and Ant-Man. Anywho, my biggest criticism, personally, I know not everyone's going to agree, but for me personally, I didn't really think that the soundtrack was as memorable as the previous films, especially Volume 1. It's it just didn't quite hit the mark for me. It just nothing. I don't know. It just didn't quite hit the same way as Volume 1 did. And for me, personally, having two songs that are overly used at the moment, Beastie Boys, for example, Radiohead, it made me sit there and just shake my head and sigh, because it was just like, oh, James, come on, these songs are overdone. You could pick such better songs than this. But anyway, I digress. That's my gripe with the soundtrack. As for the story, really great story. And I like the fact that it was simple. It wasn't overly complicated. You know, without, can't go into spoilers, but there's one thing that they focus on. It's like, this is the mission, this is our focus. And it kind of sticks to that. Now, as you can tell by the ridiculous amount of promos that have been out showing scenes from the film, you gather that there's things to do with Rocket's past, which is a big part of the film. And I actually do quite like the fact that it's spread out throughout the film, using flashbacks and during certain scenes, and they really seem to fit and flow together. Now, as for everyone else, you've got Star-Lord, who is still grieving the whole thing with Gamora. And towards the end, they wrap that. They basically, without trying to tiptoe around any possible spoilers, they do wrap up the Guardians of the Galaxy very, very well. Everyone sort of does get a nice little wrap up, which again does help with how great the film is. Because when you're trying to like end something like this, you've got to make sure that you end it very well. And I'll be honest with you, James Gunn did a very good job. See, even Cleo the cat agrees. He did tie it up very well. So obviously it's quite hard to talk about the film without going into too much, spoiler. So I'll keep this one a bit shorter. Overall, should you go see this film? Absolutely. Yes. Do I say go watch in the cinema? Or wait for Disney Plus? Go watch it in the cinema. Now, if I was doing reviews for you during Ant-Man Quantumania, I would have said, hold on to your cash and wait for Disney Plus. Because it's literally, I'd say, only watch that for Kang. It's not the best. But Guardians of the Galaxy, absolutely. Which again, when you think about it, when Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 came out, I felt like MCU was sort of dipping a bit. Didn't seem to have that factor anymore. And then they brought out Guardians of the Galaxy and they did really well with that. So yeah, definitely, absolutely, 1000%, go and watch Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 at the cinema. And hopefully you shouldn't be disappointed. So that's that for now. So until next time, ta-ta for now. Sorry, a little PS for you. There was one thing that I forgot. Thanks to James Gunn, the MCU finally got its first F-bomb. And he doesn't just stop there. Throughout the film, he does throw out around a few swear words that I won't repeat so that Steve's channel doesn't get monetized. But yeah, I'll be honest, it made it feel a little bit more real. It wasn't the whole squeaky clean language, it was literally how everyone would speak. It was really good. Also, he didn't hold back on the, I wouldn't say gore, but it was like a thing of somebody gets shot, there's blood. Something happens to someone's face, you see the after effect of that. Or should I say the aftermath of that? So yeah, good on you, James Gunn. And if this is what we get from you for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, I'm going to have good hopes for what you're going to do with the DC Extended Universe. Ta-ta for now.